Moon Club podcast number 239, YouTube version. Main podcast will start in just a couple minutes. University. Since we draw my quiet knowledge. After 12 grades, I went straight to college. It's like that. I live in Queens. Look, I messed up, y'all. Hold on a minute. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from MJ's Loft Queens apartment, this is the Moon Club podcast with AJ, MJ, and SJ. The Moon Club will talk about anything under the moon. No subject will ever be taboo. This episode of the Moon Club podcast is brought to you by Realtor MJ Adelman, Bloomington Normal's premier realtor for the Jewett home selling team at RE/MAX Rising. And I want to be your realtor, and I will out-hustle everybody all day, every day, and double up on Sunday to prove it.
I've witnessed that. I bore witness.
It's the state of the moon, brother.
You know, I think Jewett's home selling team, you know what their motto should be? Just Jewett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a reason you're not in charge of our marketing.
Put like a swoosh.
I'm working on it. The state of the moon is, well, it's currently, it is currently Tuesday, April 6, 2021. Somehow it's that. It's currently 6:02 p.m. The moon will come up at 4:14 a.m. this morning, and it goes down at 2 p.m. tomorrow. It is currently waxing crescent. It's a fingernail moon. It is 29% illuminated. It is 380,708 kilometers away from us. It's 24 days old. And it is an appear sign of Aquarius tonight. It is not transcending, which it usually is on Tuesdays. Aquarius moon, brother. Steven?
You know what leads that mean? I can talk.
That leads me to a lot of conclusions.
How illuminated is Steve?
Well, you know what? I'm going to let y'all know. thanks to that Gorilla Glue, I'm fully eliminated.
He's on the Gorilla Glue tonight?
Gorilla Glue. I'm stuck. What can I say? Stuck.
Stuck.
But that is all right if I can get it going.
I wonder if you could put the Gorilla Glue pot in your hair.
You might be able to have it all like,
Right.
pow! I think that'd be all right.
All right, we got it. We're good. We started the recording.
When did we start our YouTube today?
He started at 6, I'm sure.
YouTube, no, I started about 5:57, something like that.
And me and Steve were on the back porch.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It means whatever you want,
Hey,
Steven.
hold on.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know as much gay slang as you guys do, but I'm pretty sure it means somebody has something going in or out of somebody's rectum.
That is definitely a
Rectum
happy
hell.
thought.
Damn near killed him.
Hello. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
With what?
All right.
Rectum? Get your rectum wrecked?
You did the State of the Moon, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that.
Or progressing.
It's all good.
Or digressing.
One of the two.
You tell me. Hey, it's a weird state of the world today instead of the state of the moon. I mean, we know the moon's out there. It's always going to be what it is.
The world is in a weird place. Chris
You know.
Fenton says MJ needs Gorilla Glue for his hair.
For his hair?
Yeah, I made the hair joke already. What's up, Chris?
Welcome to the podcast.
By the way, when that girl did that to her hair, I can't remember what her name was, but Saturday Night Live did a hilarious skit on it. I thought it was pretty
Dude, you know what? She's probably gonna become famous. Well, she's already famous from this.
Yeah,
So,
she got her 50.
It's like maybe putting. I bet if she could do it again, she would.
Well, I say Gorilla Glue makes her the spokesperson because here's the thing, like, she probably could sue them. Now, I don't know, like, it's pretty stupid to say, oh, Gorilla Glue's responsible for that.
Right.
But how about a win-win? Hey,
But
you know
didn't
what?
she take responsibility right away?
I don't know.
She's like, no, I'm not gonna go after them. Of course not.
I don't know. But Gorilla Glue should step up and say, hey, you know, whatever, we're going to make you the spokesperson for Gorilla Glue. We're going to throw some money at you, and there's going to be, like, you know, I don't know, a 10 commercial campaign that you do for us, and
Right.
maybe that's the start of her 10 minutes of fame, or maybe it's, you know, the end of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think that's a win-win at that point.
Yeah, she could parlay that into fucking becoming an A-list actor like fucking Will Smith did. Because wasn't Parents Just Don't Understand kind of a parody, kind of like just silly?
The song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he doubled up and fucking got the Fresh Prince of Air, doubled up again, got Enemy of the State. Now he's like one of the best actors as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but I think Will Smith was gonna do that anyway. Like
Yeah.
he's just undeniably talented, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's like all of a sudden because he made this song called "Parents Just Don't Understand" that like he accidentally like stumbled into fame, right?
Right. Was he like 16 when he did that?
Why are you sweating so much?
Dude, I was doing vigorous activities before the podcast.
Masturbating.
Vigorous activities.
Yeah.
His answer's not his name.
Well, you know what? It gets the heart rate up. I mean,
Cardio.
I think every guy does it, and then the people that
Don't
say
are
they
lying.
don't are either lying or I don't
You know
want to
what,
hang out with them anyway.
Me and Steve were talking about on the back porch about watching porn. It's like, you don't just watch porn. You know what? The people that just watch porn are the weird ones. You know what I'm saying? Like they're watching a movie, like they watch porn like that. They'll just have it on in the background.
Now that's
Yeah.
a little bit out of context, so let's rewind.
All right.
We were talking about Pee Wee Herman.
Right.
Then we were talking about Paul Rubens,
Right.
the actor who plays Pee Wee Herman, aka Pee Wee Herman, being caught back in what, the 90s
Yeah.
in a movie
And
theater.
I was saying-
I think like early
Masturbate.
90s.
I was saying like, oh my gosh, what a horrible human. But
And
that's,
I'm like-
that's when we started talking about just watching porn.
It didn't surprise me that you're in a XXX movie theater and you get caught masturbating.
Right. That's what you're there for.
The
Right.
person that's not is the weird one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
The person that's
Yeah.
looking around like, who's all masturbating in here?
Can you imagine how
That is the weird guy.
Yeah.
we've come so far in what 30, 25 years, I guess, because who would go to a movie theater to masturbate today?
Or
Like,
to watch porn, yeah.
yeah, or even pay for porn anymore. Like it's all free.
Right, right. The greatest thing the internet's ever done, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, XXX movie theaters, you know, to rewind, step back in time. And I've never been to one. I've heard about it, you know, a friend of a friend. But anyhow, again, it's like you go in there, you don't you don't ask why your shoes are sticking to the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't really want to sit down. You know, but I mean, there's one reason you go there. You don't go there for the movie. I mean,
I go there and I sit in the back row with a bottle of Jergens lotion and just
squirted at people.
just squirt it all over.
Remember the floors at Chasers at like 2:30 in the morning, like where your feet would just like kind of like everything's sticky.
What's Chasers?
It's just, you know, the bar everybody goes to downtown Bloomington. It's like all the kids meet up there, and it's like I've only done it like once or twice, but by the end of the night, the floors are sticky and disgusting. That's what the carpet is like in hell, I bet.
So all the kids go to the bar.
Well, you know what?
Chasers.
Downtown Bloomington, it's like there's different favorite spots. I think since that accident down there,
What accident?
some girl got hit. It was horrible. But yeah, it's like
Bad news.
the spot where everybody ends up at night. It seems to change from various places. I think for a while it was Drifters. I think Drifters for a while. It seems to be fat.
Was
Jacks.
it Dancers, the under 21 club?
You can go down there any Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Well, first of all, at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, nothing.
Barren. Yeah.
11 o'clock, packed.
Right.
Or after midnight, 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
It-
2 o'clock,
it's-
they all want to leave at the same time. And that's
Freaks
when
going out at night.
back when Uber used to surge, that's when you can make the money.
Okay. You know, I don't know if Lyft surges,
I don't know.
but it's a supply and demand thing. It's like I think the people are going to go after the best time to go after. You know, like they don't need to surge.
By the way, lunatics can get their third favorite podcast host to drive them around.
Yeah.
Where you live.
Well, you know what? You just got to sign out to the Lyft application.
Yeah,
I don't know if
he's
you
the
can
number
request
one.
drivers. Apparently, there's.
You
I
should
mean,
be able to.
I'm on the driver's side, so I haven't really learned about how to call for a ride. But apparently, there's a. I watched this tutorial. Apparently, there's a on the app.
Hold that thought for just a minute. We got to give some shout outs. Christopher Shenton says, first flight on Mars in 2 days, guys.
Yes.
Very exciting. Tiffany Dixon is watching. What's up, Tiffany? How the hell you and Dwayne doing out there? Dawn
Yeah, what's up,
Belmar
Tiffany? I think I just
is
became
watching.
friends with her on Facebook.
What's up, Dawn? I don't know. Like we talked
There you
about
go.
her last week or the week before. I think.
Don
right?
Belmar or Tiffany Dixon?
Dawn Belmar. And then Christopher Shenton says Elon Musk can't count. He's going from 11 to 15 with Starship. So he does that.
Well, you know what?
He doesn't have to make sense.
The reason he's doing that because SN11 it had its flaws, and I think they're just going to the next, they call it iteration of it, where it's got a different landing support system. So.
And if we actually think that there's not 12 through 14 stashed away in a garage at Elon Musk's house,
Right.
we're, you know.
Yeah. I don't think 11, SN 12, 13, and 14 have even been built. They've probably just been designed.
There was no iPhone 9.
Yeah, it was just an
Say
8,
what?
right?
Went from 8 to 10.
Yeah, didn't they change the camera though?
Twice.
No. There was no Windows 9 either. Did you know that? Do you know why?
Why?
It's a coding thing.
Yeah.
In code, there was like a lot of old like Windows 95 and 98 iterations were just coded as Win 9. So that WIN 9, if they did that, would have caused trouble with with sequence.
So it's pragmatics.
They skipped 9 and went to 10. Yeah.
It's kind of like Y2K, but with 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Exactly like that. That's what I was thinking.
Did you see Johnny Damon got pulled over, had a DUI? You know who Johnny Damon is?
Baseball, MLB player.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did see that. I did
Shout
see
out-
that.
Well, we can give shout out to Johnny Damon.
Did he try to drop his name?
No, he didn't at all.
Yeah.
He didn't at all.
Dude,
Like,
'cause
he
that would make
only
him look-
gave his name when they asked, and he didn't even be like, "Hey, you should know who I am." He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
He was
right.
at his house, right? When he got
He was
pulled
at
over.
his house. Yeah, he had gotten to his house. He was shit faced drunk. And then
They
it's
should have
like-
let his wife get in the house. Though. Come on.
Yeah. They should have.
That's ridiculous.
But
Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks.
Johnny Damon is the guy that you love to watch play baseball because he's like that Pete Rose. Like he goes all out all the time. Like there's no he doesn't. He never gets cheated for effort. That's what I would always say about my daughter Alexandria.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like-
I was gonna say that actually before you did.
If the ball is coming and it's like 10 feet away from you, you're gonna dive anyway. Even if you know you can't get it, you're gonna dive and just give every ounce of effort and do it. That's the way Johnny Damon played baseball. But I don't think, and I don't want to like talk trash about the guy, but I don't think he's that smart, honestly. And he doesn't have to.
Well,
be,
dude,
because
but he was
because
blacked out drunk. And he didn't fucking pull the John Wayne thing like,
He
you know who
didn't.
the fuck I am.
He didn't, but
Which makes him a gentleman as far as I'm concerned.
absolutely 100%. And that's why I don't want to talk trash about the guy. But
Dude, if you're a professional
get that
athlete,
light.
You've
Put
got
a
to be
fan on yourself, will you?
You've got to be somewhat intelligent.
It's hard for me to watch you sweat that much.
Dude, I'm fine
It's
now.
not even that hot out.
I'm fine now.
I'll explain in a second, okay? You guys have cameras out here?
Is that his house or is
You
that
guys
a
have
hotel?
cameras out here?
Yeah, that's his house.
Alright.
Is that his security?
Yeah, I think so.
Does they live in here? Ah.
Dude, he should have had a driver. Let's face it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do that job. I'd be available
I'm
24/7.
going to go forward just a little bit. I thought-
Let's hear one more officer here. I'm going to explain a little more what's going on. Okay. Is your ID in your wallet? Just say something there. I have your wallet.
Okay,
Just sit down for me.
I will.
Did he try to say I wasn't driving? No, he's out of the car.
He was looking for his wallet.
Alright.
I know people are trying to target me because I'm a Trump supporter.
Well, you know how his life is
Oh,
going
did
to
you hear
change.
that? He said
Yeah.
people try to target him because he's a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that part.
Well, he's also says that he's got the I
That's
support
neither here nor there
in a
right
Blue
now.
Lives
It's not
Matter
livestock
or
here.
something like that.
Tell the blue line.
But I agree, they should have let his wife go in the house.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
home.
Where are you guys coming from tonight?
London House.
London House? What's
Yeah.
that?
It's a guy who had a lot of money
Oh, they're going to make us watch an ad. I'm sorry.
Dude, he sounds shit-faced though.
He is.
take care
He
of.
should have just gotten a
Lift.
driver, right?
Should have got a lift, and he could have possibly got on.
He should have somebody to drive him everywhere he goes. Like,
Yeah.
he's got the money.
Dude, some guy that lives in a small house on his property and gets paid like $2,000 a week.
For getting
You
out
know?
and that whole
I
shit
mean,
is going
here's
on.
this stuff.
Okay. My concern is when I stop you guys. Okay. First off, for getting out and stuff. Really,
Sounds crazy.
Either way,
My wife is crazy.
I don't care. I want to get you home.
What do you say?
My
Yeah,
wife's
Fine.
crazy.
Yeah.
Fine.
We have
Just
200 yards to
Absolutely. I understand. So,
Is that his hair? It looks like he's got a lot of
But
split
here's the
ends.
thing also. Like you said, she got out, she's at home.
Yeah,
Like, okay, I'm going in the house.
Yeah,
What-
my
what's,
husband.
what's illegal about that?
yeah, and she's not the driver, she's an occupant.
Right.
Right, you can't extend the search of a vehicle to its passengers.
Sometimes they go too far, and this is why they
some
do
drinks
get
in the
that.
drive that's.
Well,
I mean,
one
my
of the
concern
reasons.
is you might be.
Her name's Paul, and that's between y'all.
But I think it's going to go bad here in a minute, right?
So,
I'm 200 yards away from my house.
Would you be willing to do-
I understand.
would you be willing to do some field sobriety exercises to make sure?
I would be because I'm a big boy.
That's what the Trump supporters
I'll,
get.
Because I'm a big one.
Once one more officer gets here,
Well, I'm ready.
Alright,
You're
done.
at home.
what we're gonna do is when
I
one
made
more
it.
officer gets here, I'll take those cuffs off. I'll walk through the exercises and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
So just sit down.
Sounds good.
I think it went bad before that. I actually didn't watch that whole thing beforehand. I thought
Yeah.
we were at the part that we wanted to see, but maybe not.
Well, the thing with that, and again, we don't condone driving drunk, but like you said, he made it home.
Yeah,
He's in
he was
there,
home.
in his mind.
But, there was no fuck you. There was
Right.
no
He
animosity
wasn't
towards him or
belligerent.
anything. No.
He even told him he supported the police and knew what they were doing and stuff, but he's like, hey, this is my house right here, I'm home.
Right.
That sucks getting pulled over at your house.
Yeah, because now you got to go to the pin, to the
Right.
pokey. You know why they call it the pokey, right?
So that's what's gonna happen.
I don't know, dude. You know what? I don't think that's true.
What?
That you'd be getting raped in prison.
Well, you would.
I've heard.
You're like a sponge.
He's not
for
going to
this.
prison.
Right.
He's going to go to a holding cell.
Dude, I've heard that prison's a lot better than like county holdup. Because you become more established. Shit, I don't know.
You know what? I hope I never have to find out.
Yeah, that's just word around the campfire.
Well, since they quit allowing smoking in penitentiaries and jails, what do you think the currency is?
Elon,
ramen-
Christopher Shen
ramen
says
noodles.
Elon said that they can produce methane on Mars to power a starship for the return. Is Elon Musk sending a pig first? Ha ha ha.
Well, what he
But Michelle Brooks Farley says, "Hey guys,
What's up, Michelle?
cuz? So this is the deal with the whole methane. He said, we can produce methane on Mars, and then he's like, pull my finger.
You know,
That's what you did.
do you think they're going to use that as fuel, or you think they'll just, because we already know there's water on Mars, they'll probably just go for the hydrogen, right?
Well, no, I think the methane is to fuel the ship back.
Okay.
Are the liberals going to allow fracking on Mars?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Methane farm. Yeah, dude, I can see like a methane farm. It looks like fucking Luke Skywalker's home as a child.
A bunch of cows with their tubes to their butts and stuff.
Right.
I want to be the first. I want to be the first group that goes to Mars, and then I want to start a neighborhood watch and a not in my town organization right
Right.
there.
Right.
Not on my planet.
You'd be like 3 people.
Yeah.
What if they overthrew you?
I don't know.
Pushed you out the door.
You know, if we, I shouldn't say if. I'm going to say when, because I think we need to be colonizing Mars. I think we need to get.
I think we should do
people
the moon first,
off
obviously.
of this rock and onto other rocks,
Yeah.
so that there's a possibility. You know, we could get wiped out. It's not outside the realm of possibility.
It doesn't seem like that now, does it? You know? Like, even the economy can fucking bring us down, you know?
Well, I
It
don't
doesn't
think-
have to be an
I don't
asteroid.
think the economy crashing would end the human race.
Or
but
it could be a virus.
I'm talking, yeah, like an extinction level
Yeah.
event.
It doesn't
Like
have to be an
a meteor
asteroid.
hits. You know, I'm just saying, but it could happen.
Or a
It's
mega
not
volcano.
like it's impossible. It could happen.
Pole shift. A solar flare. You know?
Speaking of a
Matt
meteor
Powell's
hitting,
watching.
What's up, Matt Powell?
I watched the movie Deep Impact. It was a little bit different than what I thought it was, just from the title, but it was actually about an asteroid coming towards the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I didn't think it was that because of the title.
Dude,
Deep
what was up
Impact,
with Deep Impact and Armageddon coming out at the same time? You know? Wasn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, and that's happened with other movies too. Like, what was
Well-
the other example? I'm trying to think.
Well, here it is. It's like, I'm gonna pitch my idea to you, Paramount.
Which one was better? Did we
whoever,
talk about
you
that
know.
before? It
And you're
feels
gonna
familiar.
say, no, that's okay. And then I'm gonna go over here and they're gonna say, yeah. And then we're gonna be like, oh, we got an idea for a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think both scripts were floating around Hollywood for a while, and all of a sudden, like, 2 competing studios were making the same movie, and they're like, hey, we did this first, right? Well,
Right.
yeah, but we had this idea already, and then they're like, fuck you, we're coming out with ours, we're gonna
Right.
bury yours.
And by the way,
and then egos get involved.
and it's like 2 execs like, oh yeah, by the way, we got Bruce Willis for this one. It's like, fuck you, we got Elijah Wood.
I was getting ready to say Armageddon wrecked it though, didn't they? Because they stole that, right?
I don't know.
You can honestly
And
say
what was the
that.
girl's name in that?
Liv Tyler?
Soshi Bobby or something, or
Steven Tyler's daughter?
the girl that played in
His daughter?
Lawrence Muller is watching.
Where's one?
What's
up,
up?
Lawrence? I think she's down in
I'm sure
Florida right
some
now.
good
Sold her
friend
house in
now.
Pontiac. You down in Florida, Lawrence?
Which we were.
Yeah.
We would do the podcast
Although
live
it's-
from there.
It's pretty nice here right now.
Oh yeah.
it's perfect.
I
It's
would,
perfect.
I would have liked to be in Florida a few months ago.
Life's a beach, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be on the beach.
Then you marry one.
I'd like to marry a beach.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just waking up, opening your door, there's the beach right there, go out and just like do
Yeah,
some
dude, I
raking of the sand to calm yourself?
Dude, I lived on an island in Florida. Did you know that? Did I ever talk about that?
No.
Yes, Fort Myers Beach.
I thought it was Guantanamo.
No. Yeah, it's beautiful there. It's paradise. Fucking would rain every day at 5 o'clock, and this really mistful, like fucking light rain.
You should never come back.
I came back for your
Oh,
wedding.
whoa.
Yeah.
And stayed?
Yeah.
I think Steve sent this. Scientists have discovered X-rays coming from Uranus.
Is it Uranus? Oh, I thought it was Uranus. My bad.
Jane Green's watching. What's up, Jane Green?
Jay Green in the hizzle.
Where are you at, Jane Green? Where are you watching at? Where are you coming to us from?
Sounds like an ex-woman.
This story, it does. This story is from CNN. Uranus is emitting X-rays, and scientists want to take a closer look. That's the mysterious conclusion of a new study which analyzed 2 visuals of
What's
the
up, Matt
planet
Moore?
and discovered X-ray activity for the first time. Astronomers looked at the snapshots of the planets taken by NASA's Chandra Observatory in 2002 and 2017, noticing a clear detection of X-rays in the first observation and a possible flare in the second. The most likely cause for the most of the X-rays is the sun. It is already known that both Jupiter and Saturn scatter X-ray light given off by the sun, and research suggests that Uranus does the same. But not all the activity can be explained, and NASA has called for scientists to take a look in more detail. Quote, while the authors of the new Uranus study initially expected that most of the X-rays detected would also be scattering, there are tantalizing hints that at least one other source of X-rays is present, unquote. According to NASA release, quote, if further observations confirm this, it could have intriguing implications for understanding Uranus.
Isn't Chandra, isn't that an Indian or India satellite?
Judging by the name of it.
Right. Because Chandra, that means moon in Hindu, right?
You know what? Didn't I tell you to never ask me questions that I don't know the answer to? Didn't we have this conversation already?
Echo. What does the word Chandra mean?
Ed Moore is watching. What's up, Ed
Tundra
Moore?
is usually defined as one of the vast, nearly level, treeless plains of the Arctic regions of Europe, Asia, and North America.
I was wrong.
Ed Moore is one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Fuck yeah, he is. I'd vote Ed for mayor too.
Where are you watching from,
Ed
Ed?
for mayor?
Yeah.
Did you vote for mayor today?
I could not vote for Ed for mayor when it's Matt Moffitt's the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I voted for mayor today. Did you vote for mayor?
No, I did not. Did
Remember-
you write in Matt Moffett?
No, I didn't. Although I should have. You know, remember Mike Strauss who went to high school with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I voted for him. I don't even know what his platform is, but I'm like, I went to high school with that guy, so
Right.
fuck it. I'm fucking voting
Right.
for him. He's always, I mean, he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him that well.
I was gonna say he wasn't. You know, I mean, he was all right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was a runner.
Back to the
Okay.
Uranus when they said that they showed snapshots. So like they brought to NASA or whatever. And they're like, here's these snapshots of X-rays from Uranus. Do you think the guys took that opportunity to put a fucking ass shot in there?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're flipping through it and then, hey, I see what
Right.
you did there.
Yeah, he just sat on the fucking printer and fucking hit the button.
There are rings around Uranus. Look at that.
Holy cow! There's an X-ray.
That's
guy.
Do you think
That's
he
a
sat on the
blowout. Is that a prolapse?
Do you think somebody
that
at
a prolapse
NASA?
anus?
Do you think somebody at NASA with a sense of humor actually sat on the copy machine and printed it out and handed it out?
Probably. Do you know what a prolapse anus is?
Yes. Yes.
It's pretty gross.
Was it
Yeah.
collapse?
Yeah. I think it takes a lot of
It's
work.
the
to
opposite of collapse.
The opposite of collapse, yeah.
Yeah. I think it takes a lot of work to get one of those. Like it just doesn't. Well, maybe it happens.
I
don't
think
know.
Bonnie Rotten can do it.
Really.
Pretty sure.
With a name like that, she should.
And then it said that there was X-rays coming from Jupiter. Obviously.
I wonder if she
to
put
get
that-
more stupider.
I wonder if she puts that on her resume.
Roy Rambo says, good evening, gentlemen.
Double
What's up,
R
Roy?
in the hizzy.
All right. I think Steven sent this Howard Stern video of Dave Chappelle talking about bar fights, marriage, and strip clubs. I don't know. Do you know which part you wanted to watch on this video?
It's all good. And there was, I think
Is this
it was
older?
brought up about him knowing Tupac and how,
Right.
Tupac was.
Is this old or new?
It's old.
It's old. This
Okay.
is really old, but
It's always
it's
interesting.
from 2001. But yeah, Dave Chappelle has some pretty interesting insights. So
Yes.
Let's see what he has to say.
And a very interesting life.
Comedy club, man.
A riot broke out in the comedy club.
Yeah, but the epicenter of it was something happened with Tupac and Tretch, I think. You know how people come up to rappers like, you ain't that hard, whatever.
Right. Rappers
Starts at the table and then it spread like.
So Eddie Griffin's doing his stand-up act. Tupac gets into a fight with yeah, right.
Yeah, no, not fighting each other though.
They're
But they're
posses.
groups, they're people.
Right, and it broke into an old Western bar fight.
Nigga Dave.
Chairs is flying, then the pistols come out, and then the stampede starts, baby. It was running like hotcakes.
What did Eddie do?
I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, it was
What
like a
did you do?
melee.
Yeah, where were you?
I hugged the wall. You gotta stay on the wall when the stampede starts.
Does a guy come up to you and go, okay, whose side are you on? Are you for Tupac? Are you for Tretch? Who are you for? I mean, like,
It was every man for himself.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, I could see no rhyme or reason, no teams. Everybody just fighting.
But you didn't throw any punches.
Weird crap happens at these comedy clubs. Someone told me you started out by, you used to go to the salad bar at Denny's and just do stand-up comedy at the salad bar?
Nah, what it is club.
Damn.
I didn't do it.
Remember when Steve did that at Pizza Hut?
They had a club where
Right.
in the stage, like the stage was in front of a salad bar.
It
Right.
wasn't a Denny's.
Right, it would look just like a Denny's.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But Denny's don't got no salad bar.
Right.
It was like a Denny's with a salad bar and the people would come and
They hired you to do that, or you just
Do
started
you remember
doing
Steve
it?
holding
no, they
court at
hired me.
Pizza
I
Hut?
hired this. I don't go to Denny's for
It's weird to hire some.
for a chunk of time. She'll usually come meet me.
Is she up in Canada with you?
Yeah, she's going to come up.
Oh, shit.
I've been rehearsing now.
You married what?
the
Right.
strip club. Like you go down south, they got like the booty hole and all
Naked,
this
yeah,
crazy.
booty hole.
Yeah, here it's like scores and dimes. Then there's booty hole,
Yeah.
stink trap, and all these things.
You know something's gonna happen down there.
And the place
Those are the
where
old
even the
dudes.
truckers are like, woo. But it's, like that.
Okay, I want to make a point here. Is I think Howard Stern it would be a great radio personality no matter what, right? Like he can do pretty much everything. I don't think Robin Quivers would be, but she works with Howard Stern. Like it's a good dynamic.
Yeah, she's kind of like the.
No, I shouldn't say that
Carson
because that
and,
sounds like I'm talking shit about Robin Quivers. But I think I should just say the dynamic between them
They complement
makes
one
them both
another.
better, right?
Yeah. Kind of like Johnny Carson and fucking what's his name?
Edmund Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
hat
nothing like
shouldn't
that.
have hat.
Well, it's kind of like having a Harold.
20 at this girl's ass, but I can't wear a hat.
Yeah. They always have weird rules in Southern. It's like,
What kind of paradox is this?
yeah, you can't wear your hat.
Yeah. But then the booty hole, anything goes in the booty hole.
Can you drink in the booty hole, or they don't even let you
Drink. It's like the lap dance would be like $2.
Right. You ever go to a strip club down south and some of the girls are racist? They won't let like a black guy tell.
That happened to me
that happen.
in London when I was 20 years old.
Right.
A lady said she would not dance for a nigga.
She used the word.
Yeah, because I was laughing. Let me tell you what she did though. And she did. First of all, she came in, she was late. It was me and this other comedian.
Right.
And then she comes in late and she said, I gotta change. She comes out like one of them Jane Fonda workout leotards. And she said, I'm not gonna strip. I'm just gonna do some exercises.
Right.
And starts like stretching and bending over like this is sexy.
Right.
So of course, laughter is going to happen. I mean, I was
Wait a minute, you're not in a club.
This is like some kind of weird London. It had all the symptoms of a titty bar, but then the lady was just working out.
Symptom.
Right.
So we just start cranking up. And that guy was a white dude, but she get mad at me. I'm not gonna dance for a nigga. I was like, can we get another strip of mine is racist.
Right.
Did maybe it was like a burlesque bar or something.
Dave says, don't forget, Ed McMahon did have the Publishers Clearinghouse thing too. It was bullshit, really, though. You're right. He wasn't shit.
You know
without
what?
Johnny.
That is actually, Dave, that is actually one of the Mandela effects, and you can check it. Ed McMahon has never been affiliated with Publishers Clearinghouse.
Never, ever.
Not once.
I knew that would trigger you.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my favorite Mandela effects. A lot of people think that Ed McMahon was the spokesperson for Publishers Clearinghouse, but no.
But he would show up at people's house with checks, though. But it wasn't Publishers Clearinghouse, it was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're getting confused.
But if you ask 99% of people, they would say Publishers Clearinghouse. I'm
Probably
sure.
a little less than 99.
Maybe like 92%.
I was gonna say 93.
I'm gonna go I was gonna say like 78.
Oh,
78.
maybe. Do you think that
Like testing
statistic is
water.
out there somewhere, or we should maybe do a poll ourselves?
We should do a poll.
Like do
We should
100
do
people,
a Moon Club podcast poll.
right?
There you
let's
go,
just-
lunatic.
let's
We're
next
putting
week.
it on you. Set it up.
Austin, it's your job. There you
Austin,
go.
set
Okay,
it up.
I'll set up a poll. It's like hit this button or this button.
And also, I want to know: do people like Johnny Damon more or less for how he handled that DUI incident? I'm going I like the guy a little bit more.
I like him a little more too, just for the fact that he didn't pull the fucking. Do you know who the fuck I am?
Yeah.
Being blacked out drunk, when you're most likely to fucking say, "Do you know who the fuck I am?"
Yeah, and then when the guy's like, "Yeah, your wife is," like, "Yeah, my wife's crazy."
Yeah.
You know,
She's crazy hot, I bet.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
see
she
it.
is.
Yeah.
I don't like him any less or any more, and that's the difference. You know, I can look at something. Okay, let's judge. He was driving drunk. Someone could have seriously got injured.
Right.
Let's
He
not do
could
that
have
anymore,
got
Johnny Damon.
Right. You're
So we
better
don't
than that.
condone that, and Austin's exactly right. We done already said that he could get a Lyft and Uber, especially today.
He should have a full-time driver.
Full-time driver.
Let's you know what? Let's
We've
put the
seen
game how
house.
much he is worth. I don't know the guy, but
The driver can also be like his fucking blunt roller too. Like it doesn't have to be just a driver.
right. And you know what? He can hop on the fucking lawnmower, fucking
Security,
and mow the lawn.
Driver. He can make
fucking
martinis.
Dude, he can
blunts.
clean the fucking pool.
Well, let's not demean the guy.
But that being said,
Yeah, we already got the pool service.
I don't
Yeah.
feel
He's not
like he
Mexican.
needs to be canceled.
Ooh, ouch.
You know what I mean? In this type of
Oh,
culture,
actually, maybe
people
he is.
point the finger
I think he probably is.
so hard. What's that?
I've said some terrible things. I'm not going to repeat them.
Right.
No, but I mean, it's still. But what I mean by that is that's his right. That's his what do we live in America? What do people come to America for? For freedom.
To be better.
Freedom of speech.
better.
freedom
You know
what,
of
okay,
religion,
let's-
freedom not to be
I'm
persecuted.
kind of curious to see
freedom-
how much he is worth, because you know what? At that level, you don't drive fucking blacked out drunk. You got to constantly be, protecting yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you throw that term around blacked out. I don't think he's blacked out. I
Dude,
think he
his
remembers
speech
it.
was so slurred.
Can we
Yeah, he's pretty
change
drunk.
it just to be out drunk?
Yeah,
You know,
blacked
let's take
out
the-
though
let's
means he's
take
not
that
going to
term.
remember it. I think he remembers
Well,
everything.
let's
all
just
of
take
that.
you're gonna remember
let's
that,
take the
yeah.
color out of that drunkenness. You know?
Yeah, no doubt.
So what's his name? I'll ask.
We should call it whiteout drunk.
First of all,
Well, we
MJ,
don't wanna do
you
that.
take a guess
Even
how
though
much
white
he's worth.
is all the colors on the spectrum.
Johnny Damon?
Yeah,
Johnny Damon's worth $48 million.
Steve.
Day
I'm gonna
says,
say
Sorry,
125 million.
I'm gonna guess 28.
all right, why do you want to be so argumentative all the time? Publicist Clearinghouse thing. Roy Rambo says, slow down, Austin, you're going to blow a fuse.
Yeah.
All right.
Too late.
I'll bring it down a notch, Roy.
All right,
I trust
48,
Roy.
Double up.
128,
No, I said 28.
120,
128.
and
I said 28.
All right, go.
Echo. How much is Johnny Damon worth?
Johnny Damon is worth an estimated $40 million US dollars.
I'm going to take the win.
I said 28, and you said how much?
48.
Okay, you got it.
Unless we're doing Price is Right rules.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were both over.
No, we're not
You're
saying like
close.
that. You're close.
I'm gonna say $1.
So $40 million, a nice fucking house. Like I thought it was a fucking motel.
Depends on what part of the
Yeah.
country you're in.
It kind of looked like a hotel.
Right.
But you know what? He earned that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no problem with that. But the thing I do have a problem with is he could have killed somebody driving in,
Yeah. So
in such an impaired state.
Johnny Damon, let's hire a driver. The driver
Yeah.
can also be, your blunt roller, and he can make you smoothies, whatever. I don't
And you know what? You admitted that you didn't know, but you did say you don't think he's that intelligent of a human. Is that because of the risk that he took that night?
It could be one of them. Underline.
Look, I want to make this very clear. I'm not trying to talk shit about the guy because I love the way he played. I think he's a good person.
He's a passionate player.
Yeah. But let me just say it this way. The reason that people like Johnny Damon is not because he's a great speaker or a great thinker. It's because he played his ass off
Right.
on the ball field, right? So that's where you get that way.
You know what? I was just thinking this. This came into my head. I don't think he probably chose his partner on looks instead of character, because a good wife would never, ever let her fucking her husband fucking drive in a state like that.
Wow, you're on a soapbox awful
But
early
no,
tonight.
a good wife is going to protect her husband. She's going to protect her nest egg.
So
you
now
know?
you're saying Johnny Damon's wife isn't a good wife?
Well, you know what?
Awful judgmental.
Letting your husband drive
Awful
like that.
judgmental.
Letting your husband drive like that is
Maybe
the
she was
worst.
blackout drunk.
You know what? She needs to stay sober and keep an eye on her fucking husband. He's worth
that's
$40
why,
million.
That's why they have a driver. The driver's responsibility
Yeah,
is
she
to
should have
wrangle
hired
them.
the driver. She needs to hire the driver.
Look, I think I need to be Johnny Damon's handler, and I need to be in charge of getting him drivers and other people to do stuff for him. Like, that's my thing. I'm like his publicist.
Well, dude, if
Johnny
he's-
Damon, hit me up. Cheap. It's cheap. It's only like $500,000 a year. I'll do
Dude,
it
you
all.
know what? If he is ignorant, like you said,
Johnny Damon, hit me up. I got you.
if he's ignorant, like you obviously said,
I didn't say
if
that.
he's-
I definitely didn't say that.
Before the podcast, I believe the word you used was mindless fuck chimp. You know what?
Definitely
He
didn't say
needs
that.
his handler needs to be his wife. The pussy controls.
Well, obviously she's not up to that task.
Right. So we need somebody to handle her.
Watch
to
that whole
handle him.
video.
Can we just rewind that little segment for a second, Austin?
Take back.
What
Rewind
we
it back.
do off air is a circle of trust.
Exactly.
What we talk about in this circle of trust.
Not kicking me out
If,
of the
if we
circle,
were
are you?
to start air, well, I mean, we don't want to, and that's why we're giving you this warning.
Well, can I just I digress, and I might also say that was a outright fucking total lie. Hey, MJ never said that.
I didn't. Okay, Little Nas X, Satan shoes. I think Steve sent this in.
Wearing Nikes with a drop of his own blood. This is brilliant. This is just like fucking what's your name's bathwater, right?
No, Nike had nothing to do with this.
No.
They got a song.
But you notice the swoosh is on the shoe.
Yeah, and that's why there's a lawsuit.
That's why they shut them down.
Dude, There's no such thing
unofficial
as
signature
bad.
Nikes, a tie-in for his recent Montero Call Me By Your Name music video. The design, which features an Air Max 97 silhouette with a bronze pentagram, an inverted cross, and a drop of real human blood, is part of a collaboration between the rapper-singer and the New York-based art collective Mischief. In a statement to Rolling Stone, a Nike representative said, quote, "We do not have a relationship with Lil Nas or Mischief. Nike did not design or release these shoes, and we do not endorse them." The design is launching in a limited edition drop of 666 pairs, and will be priced at $1,018 a pair, a reference to the Bible passage Luke 10:18, also printed on the shoe, which reads, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." The shoes sparked outrage over the weekend from conservative political and religious figures, including South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who tweeted, quote, "Our kids are being told that this kind of product is not only okay, it's exclusive. But do you know what's more exclusive? The God-given eternal soul." Lil Nas X made several trollish posts in response, including a fake design for a religious counterpart shoe that featured the Chick-fil-A logo printed on the side and a video to his official YouTube channel titled "Lil Nas X Apologizes for Satan Shoe," in which he began to apologize before letting the clip cut to the satanic lap dance scene in Montero. Thanks for watching. For more on this story and all your music news, visit
Dude,
rollingstone.com.
sorry, not sorry, huh?
All right, so
That was a brilliant marketing.
I don't know a lot about Little Nas X. I know
Yeah.
that Old Town Road or whatever, but I think this guy might be like a professional troll.
Oh, dude, he's a household name now.
Yeah, for sure.
But it took the shoes, not Old Town Road, huh?
Well, I think it
Before
was
I know who
like-
Lil Nas is, but I'm a huge Nas fan.
Is he
I'm a
affiliated?
huge Nas fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he affiliated with Nas?
I'm not
No.
sure. I'm not sure.
Not his kid.
No.
Maybe he is. I don't know, but it's brilliant marketing. Brilliant marketing.
Favorite Nas song?
We're about ready to have Nas come down here and bust
No,
caps.
that's like asking me what my favorite Beatles song is.
Yeah,
What is your favorite Beatles song?
Right now, While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
I'd go with Rocky Raccoon.
Are you serious? Are you in that kind of fucking state?
Yeah.
Wow. We'll talk later.
You got a favorite Beatles song?
I think they're all good. I could put the Beatles on, just listen to
Woke
it.
up.
Favorite Nas song?
Fell out of bed.
Probably
Drank
about
a
the same.
comb
I'll put
across
that
my
on,
head.
listen to it. Just,
I would
What's
have
your
to
favorite
go
Nas
with
song?
Hip Hop Is Dead.
Yeah.
That's a pretty controversial song.
What's controversial about it though?
Well, hip hop is dead. Is it dead? I mean,
No,
you're just
rock and
talking
roll is
about,
dead. Rock and
you know,
roll is dead.
Well, no, I think
I don't
his
think-
point was that it's commercialized.
Well, yeah, everything's commercialized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
Even
sounds the
then
same.
it's
Commercialized the game. Reminisce wasn't all business.
Fucking genius.
They forgot
yeah,
where they
that's a good one.
started, so they all bowed down to the dearly departed. Hip hop, a sense of time, or one homeboy became a man and a monster.
You know what that
For a
song
while,
reminds me of?
them
You ever
days,
listen
yeah.
to?
I can't remember the rest of it.
You ever listen to another rapper poet called KRS-One in like the late '90s? Fucking
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
brilliant.
you're telling me about KRS-One like I've never. Who's this
Right.
KRS-One that you speak of?
I'm not sure. What's his name? You said KRS?
His name is
that
letters and a number.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Immortal Technique. It's like the way they've got a great flow and they're preaching the truth, or at least what they believe is the truth.
KRS-One is good. Immortal Technique's on another level.
I don't know.
One
I don't
man's
know.
opinion.
You know what?
Nas is on the same level.
Dude, Demi Lovato just came out with a song called "Dance with the Devil," and I was hoping in the middle there'd be a fucking Immortal Technique rap break. Wouldn't that be fucking brilliant?
Let's talk about Demi Lovato for a minute.
Okay. I like her butt chin.
I like Demi Lovato. She's
Yeah.
cute. She's she has some problems and she's gotten over it. She's trying to do better.
Addictions, yeah.
But that whole
I was bullied.
That whole-
Does that bother you that she always talks about being bullied?
Oh,
yeah, it
not
does a
much
little
of
bit.
it.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are calling her brave for like speaking like truthfully,
Yeah.
like it's to me it just kind of leaves a bad taste because she did some bad things and she's being very honest about it. But
Yeah.
let's not act like she's a hero.
Right.
She's just being honest
She's
about
just being
her.
human.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay. She's doing good.
which I'm glad because I'm a fan of Demi Lovato.
She's putting it out there.
Yeah.
But let's not call her a hero.
You know what? I think when you come out with an album, I think the best example I've got is Jagged Little Pill. How much Alanis Morissette exposed herself and why that was a good album. And I think when you come out with a great album, you've almost got to be embarrassed about how much of your true self that you expose to the public. You know what I'm saying? So you're constantly doing that. You know what I'm saying? Exposing yourself.
I have no idea.
Maybe she'll come out with a book with like nude pics.
Steve said this about two black teens were murdered by an immigrant. Should we play this? A little part of it?
Well, it was two black teens murdered.
Oh yeah.
But
What
the
did the-
news media, well, basically what it's really talking about is fake news and how news is
But-
covered up.
This chick's really shrill, but let me just play a little bit of
Wait,
it because
can
she
I
makes
say
a
one
good
thing?
point, but she's a cunt.
What does the melatonin in their skin and the fucking guy's immigration
all right.
status
All
have
right,
to do
stop.
with
Stop.
anything? You know?
Yeah,
That's
it was
apparently
funny
don't
the
matter
first time.
much. Mayor
Did I do
Muriel
that
Bowser
before?
blamed the man's death on carjacking and suggested maybe he should have locked his doors. CNN called it an accident. Because this one didn't fit the narrative. See, you can smear millions of white people as terrorists and racists when one white dude shoots up a massage parlor, but you can't call out two black girls for murdering an immigrant.
All right, I think I've heard enough of that. I get it.
Yeah, but like I was saying, it's like I don't think the color of their skin or the guy's immigration status has anything to do with anything. It should be, hey, these people fucking carjacked a car or this truck or SUV or whatever.
Yeah,
the
but
fuck
her
it was.
point is the media doesn't cover it.
Her point is the narrative that we buy into what they tell us. Like, depending on whatever channel or however you get your media source, you're going to believe that as the gospel. And it may not necessarily be the gospel because they're going to pitch it to you in a way that they want you to understand it.
Yeah.
And here's a little thing, the way you can check this. Take those keywords and Google them. That story won't come up.
Yeah.
Because Google's hiding it.
And this is the thing, it's like bad things happen to good people all the time by
I'm a living
a
example.
numerous
I think you're a
amount
living
of people.
example of the contrast of that.
And it's not about the race, color, creed, religion of a person, it is about their character. And Austin makes a good point. When you do tell a news story, you don't have to say that this person is a Caucasian or African American or Indian.
This person did
descent.
some bad shit.
It's this asshole killed this person, this asshole robbed this person, this asshole beat to death this lady. You know what I mean?
Right. In a perfect world, we will eventually get there. I think if we don't either blow ourselves up or get wiped out by an asteroid or some
a
extinction
natural
level
yeah.
event. But we should stop talking about like color as like it's a race because it's not. We're all human, and we need to stop. We need to stop with black man and white man and shit like that.
We need to stop fucking messing around and deal with the real problems we have, like climate change and you know, it's like whether the Yellowstone volcano is going to go off, whether there's going to be a pole shift, whether there's going to be an asteroid that hits us, whether it's like I think we're lucky to make it to this point of technological adolescence, and we need to be really careful because now it's like AI can be the one that wipes us out.
So anyhow, we're talking about the media, okay, and their narrative of what they're pitching to us.
Metamucil.
And so, even though Austin, who won an award for derailing the conversation and tried to switch it to something totally different, we're going to try to get back on track because MJ made a good point as to we do have to change it, but the only way we're going to change it is the media changing the narrative and getting back to what is real journalism. You know, caring
100%.
about the story.
No, dude, fuck all that.
uncovering-
Fuck all
He's
that.
right. Here's the thing. We talked about this before. It's like, okay, you want to know about that story? Do this experiment. Do this
Oh,
experiment.
I know if you watch Fox News, you're
Go
going
to
to
Fox News, see what Sean Hannity
CNN,
says
yeah.
about it. Go to MSNBC and see what Rachel Maddow has to say about it. We're living in two different worlds.
But can I tell you, I don't watch Fox News and I don't watch CNN.
Well,
I
a
watch,
lot of people watch one or the other all the time.
and they're being brainwashed, right?
Brains and brainwash, yeah.
And there's hundreds of media sources, and they all could be. You could be loyal to the Onion for crying out loud.
I'd rather be loyal to the Onion.
You know what I mean?
What
Well,
about-
what I'm saying is whatever you're buying into, that's what you're going to believe. And
Right.
so we are geared to, or like sheep, to go this way, and it's not necessarily true. You know, we're set to believe that this person is a bad person because of the color of their skin, or because
David Dave says,
relatives
okay.
did, you know, bad things to people. You know
Right.
what I mean? So we're being persecuted, and it's not that at all. It's both sides of the spectrum. They're pieces of crap. You know,
Yeah.
on every level, every planet, every
But,
continent, every country.
David Dave says, Steve, the price is wrong. Epic $1. Hint, LOL. And then he
That
says,
was 20 minutes ago.
he says, Newsmax, baby. And I bet that's some right wing conservative shit. But I mean,
Definitely
that's
is.
just
Definitely
what That's just what Dave is. He's, I would call him a conservative Christian. Or no, probably a conservative
Well,
Catholic.
and we gotta understand.
Dave, Dave, you know I love you, but you're a hack.
Well, and it's good to be either way, but we have to be open-minded and meet in the middle. You know what I mean? Even in politics, that's what the politicians have to do, and they're having a real hard time doing it because it's, oh, Republicans screwed me, Democrats and trying to, now we're gonna screw them. It's more like handball back and forth. And again, we all just have to meet in the middle, you know, fess up. It's not one person's fault.
We
it's
don't
all
have to
our
meet
fault.
in the middle. I like that idea, but I think we need to understand where other people comes from and not just hate other people because they think different than you.
Right.
There's room to disagree, and I would encourage anybody who has, especially who has children, young children, up to high school, to watch the Social Dilemma documentary and just kind of realize what social media is doing to our brains, especially young people. It's like social media might be the virus that's here to kill us all. It might be worse than coronavirus.
Perhaps. I think it definitely got Biden elected, right? Social media.
I think coronavirus got Biden elected.
What if social media, aka Facebook, you know, all these other
Twitter, Tumblr.
little parts, what if that is Skynet?
Right? I mean, it's quite possible, right? What if human beings, that's the mold that came, what our own guy, like, infiltrate the universe?
It could be. We're the cocoon here, or
the butterfly, yeah.
What if AI's always been here and it's always controlled the narrative? You know what I mean?
I think that's.
What do you mean, Allen Iverson?
I think that's
It
highly
could be.
unlikely.
I mean, you know, practice? You talking about practice?
What if Allen Iverson really was AI?
He could be.
Right.
There could be a
Let's
lot.
make that movie.
There could be a lot.
But you know, Elon Musk, who I think is one of the greatest thinkers of our time, he said the chances of this being like an actual reality is like, he said 1 in a billion. So I think he just found a way to hack the system, maybe. He's the richest man on this planet, right?
No, that's a logical argument. It's
Right.
an argument of logic,
Right.
which makes sense if you look at it like that.
And so was mine, and Austin just like shut it down. Like, for example, let's say that you're sending probes out, hey now, let's say you're sending probes out, like you're a distant galaxy, a distant, you know, on the other side of the universe, and all this, like what we were going to do, it would be AI probes. So now all of a sudden that AI gets here, and its job is to start life on this planet. So how would that be too hard? It's already got the technology to gene splice and stuff like that. So it's making new creations and creatures to do its bidding. I mean, if you go back to the early scriptures of the Anunnaki, you know that the beings came down here and they made us worker bees, basically. You know, we did their bidding. We mined their gold and did all this type of stuff. So how hard would that be just to fit in AI?
You talk about the Anunnaki, and I think it's very possible that we've been visited before, and they might have even had a little bit of fun with our DNA, and like that's why, like, you know, Asian people look so different than we do, and African people.
Yeah, it's like,
well, and
it
a lot of
doesn't
that is
seem
climate
crazy.
too. A lot of that is climate too, because
Right.
if you live near the equator for so long, generations after generations, your skin's gonna get darker.
Right.
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
And if you live, you know, Denmark, Norway, you know, places way away from the equator, your skin's gonna get lighter. That's just gonna happen. So.
And you're gonna have blonde hair and blue eyes, just like all the beautiful girls.
Also, I have a theory that the warlike countries are the ones further away from the equator, because the equator is so nice and it's so
no reason to be
comfortable all the
angry.
time. You're like, hey, I don't need to go conquer shit, man. I'm just gonna hang out here.
Right.
But you know, Germany, Spain, Portugal, all those places that were like so involved in colonization and taking over other countries, they were way far away from the equator. That's my theory.
Right.
Well, of course, when it gets cold as hell and you ain't got no, you know, real heat and a real house and a dirt floor and all that stuff, you're gonna be like, hey, let's go south and see, you know, what our prospects are. So you would venture more. If you're in paradise, you're like, yeah, here we are. We just talked about that earlier, you know, with Florida and here.
It's only been like probably within the last 500, maybe 1,000 years that when boats show up on your shore, you weren't like, oh fuck, we gotta go to war.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember Anthony Jeselnik said?
What did Anthony Jeselnik say?
I live in California like you wish you did.
Well, I remember another thing he said. Good night, Mom.
All right, so we're at we're at 6:52. Austin just left. We do have.
I gotta take a peek.
I do have a couple things that I wanted to talk about that we never got to. Because this is going down, I think, on the 17th or something like that. And I know a lot of people, like a lot of my my true fight fans, friends, that don't like this. They don't want to see this. But I'm like, it's like watching a train wreck to me. I want to see Jake Paul, and I want to see him box with Ben Askren. So,
real quick before you start this, just last week, did you see the MMA fighter that got his finger detached?
Yeah.
And then they ended up re-putting it on. And shout out to, I wish I knew this guy's name. Shout out to him because he tried to hide it from his trainer and the doctor and everybody so he could continue fighting.
Well, he didn't want to take that loss.
Yeah, well, he felt, and his trainer also felt that if they made it out there in the third round, that he would get the knockout. But
Well, here's the thing: the finger's already gone. I mean, if
well,
he
it
gets
was
so fight,
hanging on by skin.
was it? I know it was lost in his glove somewhere. Like they didn't know where it was, and then they found it in his glove. But
And they said that it was due to illegal play, jostling inside the glove of the other opponent and stuff. When the guy had taken him down, they had kind of landed, and he kind of put his hand underneath them and kind of messed it up. So they're wanting a disqualification for that.
Well, it should be a DQ.
Yeah,
There shouldn't be a winner or loser in that fight, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. All right, here we go.
Luke Paul,
Jake Paul.
Jake.
So let's take a look at some of Jake Paul's sparring footage and training videos. As you will see in some of these sparring footage, Jake Paul has a good right hand and he has some hand speed.
He's got some hand speed, but he's coming in reckless.
Yeah. Keeping his hands down.
Who is that?
Jake Paul.
Here, Jake Paul set up his left hook by throwing the short right hand to measure and then leaning to the left and coming back with the left hook.
Nice.
Here, Jake Paul showed some skills by feigning low and then coming up top with the right hand.
Wow.
That hurt his sparring partner. Jake leans in to bait his sparring partner and then catches him coming in with the right hand. And then shows off his hand speed and his combinations from the head to the body. And again, he demonstrates the speed, power, and timing in his right hand. And showed he could take a punch and give one back.
All right,
Don't
so
forget to hit that subscribe
here's
button.
why I want to watch this is because I know everybody wants to hate Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
I do.
I kind of do too, but I think they're actually really good at what they do. The Ben Askren fight makes sense because Ben Askren can't box, and this kid can, and he's probably going to knock him the fuck out. And Ben Askren is a former Strikeforce and I think 1FC champion. Man, I mean, it's
They
the
can make
perfect.
him a legit contender if he beats this guy.
No, not at
You don't
all.
think so?
No, you're fighting a guy that doesn't box.
No.
But he's a UFC champion, or not? I'm sorry, not UFC champion. But he's a
Former.
MMA champion.
Former
Well, he was never a
MMA
UFC champion. Yeah.
One thing that I noticed from Jake Paul and when you are sparring, he was throwing some heavy shots there. You know what I mean?
He was. I mean, his hands aren't a joke. I mean, the guy can knock probably a lot of people out.
But I mean that straight overhand right that he feinted low and threw that's a big shot to be throwing in a
Yeah.
spar. To be
Yeah.
sparring
Well,
and stuff.
This is the YouTube star that makes millions. He's probably paying his sparring partners
A lot.
of money just
He's
to
getting
come
the best
in.
training.
Yeah, I mean,
The best training money
They
you
call
buy.
them sparring partners, but they're probably like
Punching bags.
low-level boxers is really what they are. Yeah, punching bags, exactly. Like, I don't think these guys have a lot of professional fights under their belt. I don't think so. I don't know who they are. I'm just guessing.
Dude, a lot of those shots I noticed, his shoulder was fucking lined up perfect. Just want to get that shoulder behind it, Yeah, he looked like a legit boxer.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a legit boxer. I mean, some of his angles were off.
I think he kept his hands down.
And
Coming in.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming in on somebody that's not going to be able to fire back at you. Like if it was Floyd Mayweather,
Kind of like Nate Robinson.
Floyd would roll, do the shoulder roll, and catch you coming in. But if you're fighting people who are like journeyman boxers, yeah, you're gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, it's like you're a pugilist fighting grapplers, boxing with grapplers, but they can't touch you, you know.
All right, and this is why I say that. We can end on this, or we can keep going if you want. We're close to 7, but they're talking to Ben Askren, and he completely admits. I think at some point he says my boxing isn't that good.
All these cards together. I'm going to fight maybe in Canada, a couple of Americans, and then a couple of shows in Iowa. I pretty much just put my name out there and said, hey, you want to throw me a card? Give me a opponent, let's do this. As far as like feeling comfortable there, I'm ready to go when I go in there. Obviously, I know my striking sport. Feel very comfortable on the ground. Feel like even if I get myself in trouble, I get myself out of trouble really easily. As far as striking goes, it could take a while. But I always got the takedowns in my back pocket, so I know if I need to, I can take someone down, which is, a lifesaver. I doubt I'll ever reach anywhere near the level of striking as I do wrestling. Maybe there's a slim hope in jiu-jitsu because it's so similar to wrestling. But, if I get 50% as good at striking as I am at wrestling, I'm going to do just fine. There really is no money in amateur wrestling, and even those big prizes don't guarantee anything because, as hard as you try, a world championship's only going to happen for a small limited number of people. And so I like that as an incentive system. I would also like to see something be implemented, to help the number 3, 4, and 5 guys out train on a daily basis because most of those guys have other jobs as assistant coaches or whatever.
Okay, I don't know. I thought at some point he said, obviously, my striking sport, but maybe I missed
No,
it.
he kind of said that. He kind of said, like, me and my wife, we want to build our dream home. Now, on average, which purse is bigger? The exhibition fights or the professional fights?
Is that a real question?
Yeah. Because I've seen some of the exhibition fights. It seems like their purses are like $50 million.
This is a professional fight, by the way.
What, him fighting Jake Paul?
Yeah, it's sanctioned as a professional fight.
Well, what's professional? You get paid for it, right?
No, then it's sanctioned.
So I guess anybody can become a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they can try.
Look what happened to Mickey Rourke, though, huh?
Mickey Rourke was a
good.
legitimate boxer.
Yeah, but he's retarded now.
Is he? I know he said the next time he sees Lenny Dykstra, one of them is leaving the planet.
Who?
Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that. Maybe we'll go out on that.
By the way, thanks to all the lunatics. Shout out. Hit that like button.
What's up, Jonathan Areola? Joe Gray says that Dega Dave seems to be disrupting the show. Not at all.
Oh, I thought Dega Dave said that. That's actually Joe Gray. Okay.
And Joe Gray said, never mind. He's awesome.
And
he's a Cubs fan.
All right, let's go out on this.
Oh, yeah, Dave Gray said we're picking him because he's a Cubs fan.
Yeah. Lenny Dykstra says the next time he sees Lenny Dykstra, he's going to fuck him up.
Who said Lenny Dykstra said it about himself?
Lenny Dykstra.
I wouldn't fight him. Do you think you would fight Lenny Dykstra? No, I wouldn't fight him. I would knock the living shit out of him the minute that I see him. You punk ass motherfucker. You lying sucker. And Lenny, let me tell you something. When I see you, it's not even going to be hello. I'm going to knock your teeth out again, motherfucker. I mean, what? He said some, like... He said he gave me 30 grand. And I swear on I have a brother that I love more than anybody else. And I swear on my brother Joseph. And I swear on my grandmother. That bitch never gave me 30 grand. He never gave me shit. And you know what? For him saying that, if I see this motherfucker, I'm going to knock all his fucking teeth out again. You understand? You hear me, Lenny? You punk ass bitch motherfucker. Do you think he's trying to avoid you? I would.
Dude, you know what?
Mickey Rourke might not be stable. But that's it.
Dude, you know what?
Moon Club Podcast number 239. We out.
Dude, Mickey Rourke has become Bukowski. You know what I'm saying, right?
No. And we are out on that.
You ever seen the movie Barfly?
Barfly, huh?
Yeah, you know the movie?
No.
It's a very important piece of cinema. You should watch.